Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. Make sure you like and follow on TikTok and YouTube for me. I'm trying to grow my collective on both so that I can reach more people. I just want to help more people, give out more messages. You guys can help me with that, and I would very much appreciate it. And once I reach 500 on YouTube, I'm going to give away a free tarot reading. And then once I reach the 10,000 on TikTok, I'm going to give away a free, probably like a 10-15 minute tarot reading there. And then periodically, as I reach different goals of mine, I'll give away free readings. I love to do that for people. So yeah, and it'll give you 2 chances to be able to win too. So if you are new, I'm going to pull 2 of these oracle cards, get an overall feel for the energies. And then I brought out my tarot deck here. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. General message, whatever comes out, comes out. That's what Spirit wants you to hear. Hopefully it'll resonate with you. Maybe part of a message does, maybe not all of it. And then I did bring out the Angel Oracle again. I've been using this deck a lot lately. I've just been called to it, and I just try to follow my intuition on that. And then I brought out some clarifiers, just the regular Rider-Waite tarot here for any clarification that we may need. I haven't needed any yet for the collective readings that I've been doing, but you never know. So let me go ahead and see what Spirit has here. I have to separate these cards. They're so thick, which is good because they're sturdy, but it makes it so hard to shuffle them. So let's see. What do we have for Sagittarius, Spirits? What do you have for Sagittarius? All right. What do you got for Sagittarius? I am a Sagittarius, by the way, so I definitely hope this message resonates for me. Let's see. Is that just one? See, sometimes they're so thick, I get 2 of them. There's one day I had 4. Anyway, moving up, you're increasing your power and status. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office. You climb the ladder of success. I love that. I've definitely been needing that lately. Trying to get out of corporate America myself, so that's another reason you guys can help and follow along, get me out of there. Cutting ties. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. Interesting. So you could be moving up in the company that you're with now, or you could be cutting ties with that company and moving up to a different position and a better one somewhere else. I love that. So let's see what the tarot has for Sagittarius. What do you have for Sagittarius, Spirit? So my website should be up and running here in a couple of weeks. I've been asked about private readings lately, so I closed everything out because I got booked through July and then was redoing the website. So that should be up by the end of August, and I'll let you guys know when it is if you're interested in scheduling a private reading. But there's also like a bunch of interactive stuff on there. There's some free downloads, lots of stuff about tarot, astrology, coaching, crystals, just all kinds of stuff. So I definitely encourage you to at least go check it out. You know, if you can't purchase anything, completely understandable, but there's some really cool stuff on there. So we have the King of Swords, the World, Page of Pentacles, the Magician, 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, King of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and then we have the 7 of Cups. Underneath we have the 10 of Wands. So I always take an underneath card because it kind of gives me the general idea of the energies like underneath, or maybe, you know, what's going on under the surface here. We have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is all about burdens. This person is carrying a very heavy burden. I feel like we've all been carrying heavy burdens. If you're Sagittarius, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not a cross watcher, Sagittarius have been through it. I'd say like the past 16 years for me have been, you know, really hard and just completely different life now than what I had then. But this is also like the end of it though. So if you see, like, he's carrying all these heavy burdens, but he's almost home. So once he gets there, he can put down these heavy burdens. So we also have to look at that. But it's definitely coming to an end of a heavy burden, and that can be in a work situation. You know, I know that that's true for me. You know, carrying those burdens in a work situation you don't want to be in, or that's toxic. So our situation here is the King of Swords. King of Swords it's an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't have to be like an air sign that you're dealing with. This can be the energy that you're sitting in. The King of Swords is very head over heart. He's very logical, but he's also very routine. He's very organized. It's also about truth and clarity. So I feel like in the situation, we're seeking truth, we're seeking clarity. And then we have the world, which can be, so this can be a block, but it can also be like what's not crossing you, but like a block or what's complementing this situation. So I feel like what's blocking you right now is just ending cycles. So, and whether that's your choice or not, it could be just divine timing cycles. But I feel like that's changing. I feel like we're making plans. Things are going to come to fruition here, but we're ending cycles. So underneath we have the Page of Pentacles, which is a new financial offer, or it's a new financial message. So this is a message of like a new job, and whether that's, you know, starting your own business, starting at a different place of business. But the Page of Pentacles is new, and it's about the start of something, because it is like so it's like the younger energy when we're talking about people, but it's new when you're talking about like a situation. So, and the Page of Pentacles is like solid. It's good news, but it's like a solid beginning. You're building something on a solid foundation. So in the recent past, we have the Magician. So this can be about, you know, you took action, you're manifesting. The Magician is an action card, and he's all about like you have what you need to succeed. The Magician has everything that they need, but it's about your creativity and taking action. So I feel like in the recent past, you kind of took some action here, stepped kind of up into your power. So your subconscious or like your higher self, you want a wish fulfillment. You're trying to bring something in and you're working towards this wish fulfillment. You've taken action. We're ending cycles and we're working towards a wish fulfillment. Now, this is going to be different for each of you because this is a general reading. But, you know, that can be a wish fulfillment in love. It can be a wish fulfillment in a new job. So in the near future, we have the Two of Wands. This is about like choice. It's about a decision. It's about plans. So you're planning something, you're moving. Like right here, we have he has a globe in his hand. So he's basically got like the whole world at his fingertips right here. But I always feel like this card is about, do I want to stay or do I want to go? So it can be about this work situation. Do I want to stay here? Do I want to waste my time here, or do I want to move forward? So this is about planning and moving, you know, it could be moving into something else. Your advice from Spirit is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is, it's a masculine, feminine energy. It is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be. This is advice from Spirit. So I feel like Spirit is telling you to balance your emotions, stay emotionally balanced. He's empathetic. He's, you know, he's a leader. He's compassionate. He's very creative energy. He's a great leader, a good teacher. So I feel like you just need to balance yourself emotionally with what you're going through. I know that's not always easy. And we're fire signs. You know, we get really fired up about things. I know that I do. I'm very passionate about things. And I can come off a little aggressive sometimes, even when I don't mean to, because I'm very passionate about those things. And I feel like Spirit's just kind of telling us, maybe just be compassionate, be emotionally balanced in the situation. So the influence or in the immediate environment, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this is what you're calling in. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You want a life of luxury. This is the influence for why you are planning, why you're calling in a wish fulfillment, because you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You want to live in luxury. Who doesn't, right? But like you just want to, you don't want to have to work so hard. You kind of just want success and independence, and you're kind of just, you want to be on your own. You know, Saggies are very, we're social butterflies, but we're good on our own. You know, we can handle our own. We're fire signs. So, but yeah, I feel like that's what's in the influence right now in your energy. So your hopes and fears, we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is all about, again, it's a page. So it's a new energy. And it's swords, so it's about the mind. This can be about like you're needing some patience right now. It can be a delay in news, which I think is what you're fearing. You're fearing delays. You're feeling being held back, any kind of stagnation. And then with the potential outcome here, the overall outcome, we have the Seven of Cups. So you have options, you have choices, but also don't sit in disillusionment. Don't sit in that wishful thinking. Don't be confused because you have all this fog around here. So you have all these options with these cups, but don't be disillusioned here. It can also be about just having multiple choices, multiple options, and you have a lot of dreams. You know, Sagittarius, we love to be entrepreneurs. We love to grow. We love to do different things. So I feel like that's kind of the overall outcome here is just like focusing on your dreams, focusing on your wish fulfillments, what you do want to bring in. Just don't be disillusioned by that. What do we not see coming in for Sagittarius spirits? What does Sagittarius not see coming? So we have the Page of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. What else do we have coming in for Sagittarius spirits? Whoop. Okay. Meant to grab 3, but I got 4. It's fine. So we have the Page of Cups, which is all about, so this is a message of love, but it can also be like an intuitive message. So maybe you're getting intuitive messages. You could be getting downloads from spirit if you are spiritual. But I feel like this is definitely like your intuition or, an emotional message here. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about things coming to fruition. So he's planted this seed and all of this stuff is growing. So you've got growth here, whether, again, it's in a love situation or a work situation. And this is about things coming to fruition and then enjoying the fruits of your labor. So things are coming to fruition. You've planted these seeds. Again, the Pentacles are like the slowest moving energy. It's not going to happen overnight. This hasn't happened overnight, but you've planted these seeds. You've watched the stuff grow. It is growing and everything is coming into fruition. And you are going to, you're going to be independent. You're going to be wealthy. You're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Right now, we're just watching things come into fruition. That you've put in this hard work and things are coming in for you. And then we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is about joy, nostalgia, memories. It's also a soulmate card because it is like, you've got these 2 children here, which are like young. So it's like joyful, loving. You may have like memories, joy. So it could be, a soulmate coming in here is what you don't see coming, but it's also just about joy and comfort and happiness. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So again, you've got the 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords here. You've been going through a very painful cycle, but you are ending those things. Those things are over for you, and we are moving into more, of the fruits of our labor, moving more into what we do want to bring in, our wish fulfillments. So what are the actions and advice for Sagittarius spirit? Actions and advice for Sagittarius. One more card, please, Spirit. Actions and advice for Sagittarius. Awesome. All right. So we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Sorry, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands, which is your card. It's a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. So this is just like find your passion. Be passionate. Work on passion projects. Again, you have options here. Work on what you're passionate about. Find your passions. Move towards those. And make some quick decisions. And then we have the was the Chariot. So move forward. You've got victory. This is about control. So take control. You have a victory coming in here. It's about forward movement and overcoming obstacles. You've obviously got obstacles here because we've got the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So you're overcoming these obstacles and you're moving forward passionately. And then you got the Hermit here. So do some introspection as well. Figure out what you want. Do some soul searching. Figure out what you do want to bring in here because you do have things coming in for you. You're moving into more of a you have choices. You're moving into a different area of life here. So very good reading though. Like, I don't see anything super negative other than what happened in the past. So you're moving into, options, and just don't be disillusioned by those options. Focus on one thing at a time. When you have that many options, you can get disillusioned because there's so much. And if you're like me, like you're all over the place. So maybe focus on one thing. And once that happens, bring in something else and just focus on the one thing at a time when you're overwhelmed or you have so much going on. Your oracle card is the gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. I love that. I definitely write in my journal every morning what I'm grateful for. And I feel like that, just shows what I do want, and it shows what I am grateful for. And Spirit brings more and more of that to me every day. So I hope that this helps, Sagittarius. I hope it could bring you some clarity, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.